Hey everyone, we're again here at Outcast, the podcast from Olympian platform, and again we're doing a double down on the alternative investment assets in the horse show jumping competition. Today we have here a renowned French equestrian rider, Olympic medalist, bronze medal in the Paris 2024 Games, and also world ranking number 1 in 2016. It's Simon Delestre.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Simon is a renowned rider worldwide, but I'd say most of our audience might not know him so far. So, what I would ask him if you can present how you started in the world of show jumping, what got you excited, and maybe so tell us a bit about this journey, and maybe also about your biggest features or achievements in this already outstanding journey.
I'm Simon Delestre, I'm 43 years old. I'm involved in the horses since I'm born because my father was already a professional, so I've always been with horses since the beginning. I've been quite successful as my first year competing until the under 25 years old. I did 9 European championships. And now, I grow and it takes a bit of time, but I've been world number 1 in 2016. This year in Paris was my 4th Olympiad. I was in London, Rio, Tokyo and Paris. Our goal is always to find new talent, new horses, and it's our biggest deal in our career to always find a new good horses. And we always look for some more. And we always try to build them, to promote them. And now I have a good group and a large group of super horses, and I can be world number 7 at the moment. And I will try to improve again and keep going.
So yeah, we can see your career speaks for itself, right? We can see the numbers, the previous world ranking number 1, number 7 currently, and even more also like more than or almost 12 million in prizes won during all competitions. So yeah, it's a pleasure also again to have you here on Olympian, such a rider. Our thing is what comes up in my mind. So when you achieve these kind of things, so do you have any dreams or still any goals that you have to achieve? You're a young rider also, I think, right? So riders can go for a higher age. Is there anything that you're still missing that you dream of in this competition?
I'm really lucky that I've been world number 1. I have a medal in the World Equestrian Championships. I have a medal in the European Equestrian Championship. I have a medal now in the Olympics. That was really a goal to be on the podium in the Olympics this year. But what is also amazing with what we do is to find and to build new horse talent every time. And you know, a horse is always a story, and it's a big story. It's like our leg, you know, when you're sitting, and it takes a long time and a long period to teach them and to be only one person. You know, the rider and the horse, the dream is to be one, and that takes long time and year after years. And to build them and to make them growing, it's something incredible, and it's an amazing feeling.
Yeah, I would say that I can feel it here. So we are here near Paris in an installment also where we can see the horses. Let's say that it's incredible, the installments, how they are treated. So I can see that this is an amazing sport that treats animals well, and that I would say that you take care of them to be your own leg, like you were saying, like for both to have a great performance. That's it,
exactly.
Right?
Horses is not only like you can think like only having a horse. Having horses, like what we do is a lifestyle. We are living with them, we are competing with them, we are doing everything with them. So it's really part of us, and we really want the best for them. Honestly, every horses we have here is the best of the horse we have in the world, so they deserve the best. It's like Formula 1. It's really very special horses, so we are doing all our life with them and for them.
Yeah. So how's the impact of a horse or of a rider in the competition. So just wondering, is there like a perfect chemical, perfect harmony, or would you say that it's more important the horse or the rider to achieve certain results?
What is very important is first to choose the best quality. So when you have here we only work with the top quality horses, and when you start with that you had to understand them, you had to build them, you had to let them grow. Some goes quicker, some bit different, and you had really to be the best teacher for them and to help them and to let them time to grow. And then it always takes like a couple of years, of course, to bring the biggest level. But we are lucky, we have time, we are not on the rush, and we always give them the best opportunity to grow as a superstar.
Okay, two things that come up on my mind: the quality and the training. I wonder how can you spot the quality of certain horse? Is there like as you're saying, or might be doing some analogy with football, there's scouters and so, right, scouters searching for football players younger. I wonder, how do you spot that certain horse might have quality to
I
be
have many people, not all over the world, but all over Europe, watching for me every young class competition. And yeah, when there is a very, very special one, we always try to buy and to bring them here, to give them the best chance to grow as a super horse. But you have to understand, like in France, you have 10,000 horses born every year, and on this number, you have one going to the 5-star Grand Prix.
That's a huge number, it's incredible.
It's a huge number, but to finish with a very, very small number. So you had always to find
the odds of getting to that high level are small, right?
Because on 10,000 you have some injury, you have some accidents, you have many things can happen until he's 10, here, safe, healthy, and ready to go.
Okay. So this comes up to my mind here about what we're also talking here about crack d'Aguilly, something similar. My French is not quite that good, but that's the name, right? So Crack is already a 5-star horse, right? That rides in 5-star. So he has gone through that process of selection, through that 1,000 of horses, right? So I was wondering, how did you spot Crack, and is there like a specific training process for when you have such horses to make them even better, like performing even better?
Crack is really coming from an amazing family. Father and mother is very, very famous. He has been bred by Olivier Perrault, which was in the French team in Paris this year, and he was riding a mare called Doré d'Aiguille, the same as Crack d'Aiguille, and he breeds himself. It's one of the most famous breeding people in France at the moment. And Crack has been very famous as 4, 5 and 6-year-old. That's why we bought him when he was 6, but we knew his capacity. We just have like a couple of years to let him grow and just follow him. And now at 9 he starts in the 5-star level. So for him was the perfect way. He comes from the breeder who ride himself this horse, which is Olivier Perrault, breeder and top rider. And then he come to this stable. He only been in 2 stables in his life, so it's for me one of the best way you can have.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. So I think that we found here in this industry is that like breeding, like the heritage of the DNA, let's say this way, for that our audience understands, it's quite important, right? So you have certain features or some certain characteristics that might pass from father to son, let's say this way, in terms of
now the breeding is for sure very important, but also the people who breed are very important, because it's mean what they eat, everything, the grass, the field, everything had to be organized because you can have an accident so quick with horses that it's also very important the place where they came from.
Okay, so when we can see that Crack has been having like a top level, also not only on the riders, also on the breeding, everything.
Crack
like...
is come from everything is top from the beginning for him. He's been a lucky horse because he born in the right place directly.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so this makes me wonder if you have anything that you could say, like, for sure you have ridden a huge number of horses in your entire career, right? Do you have anything that you could say that specifically distincts Crack from other horses, like specific qualities or so from other horses?
All the best horses have almost the same quality. You know, even if they are moving different or everything different, they have a couple of same quality. It's the brain. They are very clever. The scope, for sure, you need big scope to jump that kind of fences, and the respect. It's very, very careful horses, and mostly every top horses have these three qualities. It can be in a different way, or can be different horses, different size of horses, but they have all the same in one horse.
That's for sure. I was wondering, Crack has been making some incredible results with you also, right? And he's been jumping quite good results in 6 years old. Past month he was second in the Grand Prix, Volkswagen.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, where do you see your Cracks going for in the short time, like until the end of the year or so? Like
Crack is only 9-year-old and is already a good classification in the 155 ranking classes. So now the next step is the 160 classes, then it will happen end of this year or beginning of next year.
Okay, yeah, so we know that the 160 classes, it's the Olympic level, right? So do you see Crack getting to that level of an Olympic horse level?
Normally, he has done everything until now in the perfect way. So it makes no discussion, he's gonna jump the next level next year.
Okay, and it's also, of course, record. He comes from a family with Olympic level history, right, Crack?
Yeah, of course. The father is Comme Il Faut. Comme Il Faut was one of the most famous horses in our sport with Marcus Henning for a couple of years. And the father of the mother is Nabab de Rêve. He also jumped the biggest level.
We know, Simon, that this is still a traditional world, like a world where only talking about the investment opportunity here in the horses, most specifically on show jumping. It's a world where high net worth individuals make their investments and have ownership of the horses. We can say that, if I'm not wrong, right? And so Olympian is looking to democratize this access. So our audience we have already did a deal with the Doriano horse. Our users are even getting more excited. And with Olympian, we are looking to give access to more normal people to have exposure even in this investment. So, of course, our audience also wants to know more about the investment world in these horses. Wondering here, one first question on this topic. Can you just give us some clarity? So, what's the relationship between renowned riders, as you are, and investors in this sport?
We always need investors in our sport because we always need to buy some more horses and to promote them and to have more horses all the time, and it gives a good chance to both of us, to rider to have more horses and more good horses, and to investor to have the first step in one super horse and to start with many people and to share the risk and to share everything, or maybe to share on many horses, and then it's a good opportunity for both of us.
Okay, so Investors here appear as an added value also for the riders because they can give riders more strength, let's say this way, to do also even better results, having more good level facilities or even even more horses or good horses. That's it. So there's an harmony here between investors and riders.
Yeah, that's what I think. That can give a few more chance to some rider to have a larger group of super horses, and also to many people to have who are involved or to like horses to start in our sport and to discover a little bit what we do and to open a little bit our world.
Also wondering here, for all our audience to know if they are investors or have some exposure to certain horse, for instance, crack. How can they check the performance? How can they keep up to date to the performance of crack? What is he doing or not? The kind of results.
For the results, you have many apps. You can follow the horse. You have many video. You can follow everything now. Very simple on every weekend. After I have, for example, when I'm riding, I have also my Instagram or my Facebook, and we put everything on Instagram and on Facebook that you can see where is the horse, what is he doing, what kind of result he had. It's very simple.
Of course, you have an account, an Instagram account with thousands of followers, more than 100,000. I saw it the other day, and you keep posting it, right? And the other day you posted your performance with crack in Volkswagen also, and people can, for instance, see riders in Instagram. But I also know there are specific apps like Jumper where you can see the specific results of the horse and even the rider, what they are doing. And is there a way also where people, if there's a way where people can see it live, the performance, let's say that you are riding this weekend in some specific event, how people can, is there like television rights or similar where people can check?
Yeah, of course. You have all the tips. It's more or less normally you had to take abonnement, you had to pay for it. But it's very simple to find. Like you said, the app is a nice app, but you have all the statistics. You have everything on every horses, every rider, but you can find and follow this on the web at every moment. You have also on from the Longines show. Then you have longing timing. On longing timing, you have skiing because they also do a lot with the ski, and you have equestrian. And on equestrian, you have everything: what is current, what is new, what is next, and then you find everything.
It's very transparent already, right? With apps being verified by federations and national organizations. So it's everything already very mature. Like people can trust the results that they see in these places.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no discussion.
Okay, great. Another question that often comes to mind is about like those super horses that you talk. Of course, there are several riders in the competition, in several competitions worldwide. I'm wondering if, and of course the riders always want the best horses for themselves, right? I was wondering, how is the supply and the demand thing here? The demand is on the riders, that they want horses, super horses, but the supply on the horses level. Do you think that there's a big supply of great horses, or it's not that easy to have a super horse, as you're saying?
To find a good quality is from the beginning already difficult. But when you find this quality, you still need to build it, and you still need to live with the horses, to let him grow, to give him experience. And this is a job, full-time job. So easy, for sure, it's not easy, because you have very less horses can arrive to the last level, which is 5-star. So it's really for a small group of horses in the world.
Of course, you have to have the horse and train it, but there's not like a huge number of horses, like you were saying, I'm confirming, that can be on that highest level. It's low, the supply, let's say this way, correct?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so Simon, just here, one thing maybe for our audience that wants to learn a bit more also on this, it's like, is there any specific thing, like specific tip you would say for people looking to know more about this, like from an investment perspective?
You had to follow a bit maybe every horses or every young talent, and you can follow them on internet. Honestly, today you find everything, every competition, every championships, every younger championships on the internet. You just had to follow whatever you like to, and to understand a little bit how it works. And then you can also follow some horses, even if you take the first of the 6-year-old generation, and you can follow a bit what he's going to do after. You just try to understand a bit like that. But now we are talking about 5-star level, so it's a bit different from the young horses. So when we are talking about that kind of horses which are already doing 5-star, we are directly in Formula 1 horses. So, but it's easy to understand and to follow, especially when you are at the biggest level like we do. You can see every weekend the 5-star level, and you will find mostly every weekend the same rider and almost with the same group of horses. Not every weekend the same horse, of course, because for the welfare of the horse we jump normally two shows in a month maximum, and also give a break for sometimes 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and do one more show. But we had to do that with 5 or 6 top horses.
So you think like just starting to watch some competitions, some events, it's a good way to start to know a bit more and also make some more educated decisions on investments?
Yeah, of course, and also following the same horses and the same rider.
So yeah, I would say people would be a nice first step to start watching some competitions, watching some riders and what they're doing with their horses. Can you also for our audience, can you let us know what would be the channels to follow you, for instance, or to get to know a bit more about you also? Where can they go?
The best app is Clip My Horse. On Clip My Horse, you have every competition on every weekend.
Okay, and Clip My Horse, every competition on every event where they can check the events, right? Yeah. And also you specifically, also riders, might be, you said Instagram, people can follow you on Instagram and be up to date to what you're doing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Instagram and Facebook, you will have my schedule week per week, and you can follow which horses and which competition, and we also put every video on this.
We can confirm, I've been following also Simon, and even starting following this, I can say that something kind of excitement, like learning a new sport and learning a new industry is fascinating, curiosity. Also, I think all investors need to have certain type of curiosity to be also more educated and not just trust on others, also get well informed. So I would suggest also everyone to check this full episode, also to follow Simon Delestre on Facebook and also on Instagram to keep following the competitions. And thank you, Simon, for this. Thank you very much.
Thanks.